The Naval Academy Museum presents A History of the Navy in 100 Objects.
Hello and welcome to the 7th episode in our series. The month of March is designated as National Women's History Month to ensure that the history of women in this country is showcased and highlighted. And so today, we too turn to the history of women in the Navy and the Marine Corps. Now, this is such a large topic that one episode could not do it justice. And so, over the next several months, we will have multiple episodes focusing on various women in the Navy and the role they have played. Today, however, we start close to home. This is a series of stories about the entire Navy, yet it is seen through the lens of objects located at the Naval Academy Museum. And so, for our first episode about women, we focus on women in the Navy, and specifically the first class of women to enter the Naval Academy. Our object today is in a glass display case on the first floor of the Naval Academy Museum. It is a uniform, worn by a woman serving as an officer in the Navy. No name is associated with this uniform. This helps it represent the story of all women who have come before and who continue to serve this country. Later on this week, we will then go to Sharon Disher, Naval Academy graduate of the class of 1980 and author of the book First Class, an emotional but humorous take on her experiences as one of those intrepid first members. But first, we go to Jim Cheevers, Senior Museum Curator.
I've worked here for 45 years, and two of the biggest changes in those years have been the introduction of women students, a co-ed Naval Academy, and the other one was computers. Women have added a lot to our service over the generations. Back in World War I, we had yeomanettes that did a great deal of office duty in Washington and at Navy yards and other installations all over. And of course, even before that, the Navy Nurse Corps did a bang-up job for our soldiers as well as our sailors in hospitals around the United States and even overseas. In World War II, we had a WAVES program. Joy Bright Hancock, of course, is one of the great women who helped establish the WAVE program. In fact, I had the honor not long after I came to work here at the Naval Academy Museum, of working for one of the first senior line women in our Navy, Captain Alma Ellis. Captain Ellis went through the WAVE program at Smith College in Massachusetts. She had graduated from a teacher's college and then came into the Navy and had a long, very successful career in our Navy, being the legislative aide to the Secretary of the Navy in Washington before coming over here and becoming the first line woman at the Naval Academy and director of the museum. In '42, we began taking women into our Marine Corps. The Marine Corps has also benefited from women Marines, both officers and enlisted. So the women have added a lot to our service over the generations. And of course, in 1976, our service academies, including the Naval Academy, became co-ed. And we get our first women students for the class of 1980 here at the U.S. Naval Academy. Women came in 1976 to all our service academies by act of Congress, and the class of 1980 here really added a great deal to the program here. The women also added a great deal to our athletic program, and as well as academics. We've had women very quickly become the #1 graduate in their class, also brigade commander. They've set a number of firsts over the years. I was here at the time, and I can remember several of the situations that they were considering. Can women really wear swords? Which was kind of amusing. In parades, I know we're very proud of some of our early women graduates, people like Wendy Lawrence, who became our first woman astronaut to fly into space, and people like Michelle Howard, class of 1982, who's the first woman admiral to graduate from the Naval Academy, and we're very proud of the record that women have made who graduated from our Naval Academy.
Join us for the second part of this episode on Thursday, as I sit down with Sharon Disher to discuss what it was really like to be one of those first women to enter the Naval Academy. We now leave you with the Naval Academy Women's Glee Club